For our final Israel innovation, please join me in welcoming Erez Naaman, Vice President of Engineering and Business Development for Orcam, and Debbie Shaltiel, a user of Orcam.
Hi, Brian.
Welcome. So Erez, I know you're another Talpiot grad. Glad to have another Talpiot Nick up here. Tell me, what does Orcam do?
Well, Brian, there are 300 million people in the world who suffer from partial or complete loss of vision. And tasks that we take for granted, they need assistance with, like filling out a bank form, reading the newspaper, even grocery shopping. So we developed Orcam, a small wearable camera that understands in real time what you're looking at and tells you. It can read, recognize objects, learn your personal items, and we're now adding bus line recognition and even face recognition.
So let's take a picture of this. Lauren, if you can put it up on the screens, let's look at Orcam, and then Erez, describe to us what we're seeing here. This is Orcam, is the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You're seeing the small camera that clips onto the user's existing pair of glasses, because glasses are part of who you are. It's a fashion statement, not just an aid. The camera looks at what you're looking at, and when prompted by a finger point or a button press, it sends the images down to the processing box that sits in your pocket. It's about the size of a cell phone. In real time, it analyzes the image and sends the data back, and you can hear it discreetly through a headphone.
And how much does Orcam cost?
It currently goes for an introductory price of $2,500.
And Orcam could be for people ranging from macular degeneration to complete blindness.
Any kind of visual impairment, even if you're lazy and want us to read you a book, that's fine.
We'll be talking about that introductory price. Debbie, I understand you're a native Washingtonian. Welcome to the Policy Conference.
Hi, thank you. I was born and raised right here in Washington, D.C.
And what is the extent of your visual impairment?
I was born with retinitis pigmentosa and severe myopia, and currently I have an onset of cataracts.
Okay, so if I was holding up a ketchup bottle, what would you be able to see?
It would look to me like a fuzzy red blob.
All right, so just obviously under the circumstances, you should know I'm much younger and better looking than Erez.
Well, Brian, you know I can only see something like a blob.
I get that from a lot of women. Okay, so why don't we come and show me how Orcam helps you in a typical day.
Okay.
So I'm going to come over to your house, Debbie, if you'll have me.
Sure.
And I would like some cookies for a snack. So you need to go buy some cookies for me.
Okay.
What role would Orcam play in that?
Orcam will play a great role in it because I have to first select the cookies. And the way that Orcam would help me is if I go to the shelf and grab the bag of cookies.
Okay.
And
I like chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, thank you. And what I would do is just point and...
Let's see if it's suspended.
And it should tell me exactly what brand of cookies I have.
So Orcam will recognize the brand of cookies and tell
exactly,
you which ones you have.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's see if...
They cut.
Do we have audio, Lauren? Can you hear it?
Can you hear it?
Waking up.
Okay.
Battery is 100% charged.
Good to know. You charged the batteries before you came.
It's important.
All right, so let's go back to buying cookies again, now that we know the battery's in good shape. Show me how Orcam would help you pick out chocolate chip cookies for me.
Okay, say I'm selecting the cookies for you.
Okay.
And I would say, okay, let me see if I have the right brand, if I have the right. Chocolate chip cookies.
Now you're hearing Orcam in Debbie's voice because she taught it to recognize those specific cookies.
So you can go to the grocery store, record your specific favorite products,
Any kind.
and then that's loaded into Orcam. Okay, I'm happy with chocolate chip. You happy with chocolate chip?
No, I prefer oatmeal.
All right.
And what I would do is look for my oatmeal cookies, and I would just add oatmeal cookies.
So these two packages are, normally you would not be able to distinguish between these two packages.
That's correct. I wouldn't be able to see anything, any type of print or anything, so I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Okay. So now you need to pay for the cookies.
Now I would go to the clerk, and you know, one of the problems would be our money. The money that we have is pretty much the same size, shape, and color. So that could pose a problem. We could be cheated or make mistakes, and Orcam is one great solution for me, personally.
All right, let's see it. Here's a dollar bill. Let's see what Orcam thinks of it.
Okay.
$1.
All right.
Great.
Now let's distinguish. Here's a $20 bill.
Okay.
$10.
Now see, Brian,
I was just testing Orcam. I'm not taking advantage.
Now see, Brian, this is exactly what I was talking about, and it can happen frequently and more often than not. So this is one of the ways that we can actually use Orcam to prevent mistakes like this.
All right, I feel guilty. Cookies are on me next time. And Erez, we're hearing Orcam through AIPAC sound system, but normally how does the user hear it?
Well, when a person can't see very well, they rely heavily on their sense of hearing. So we made sure not to block the user's peripheral hearing, and we use bone conduction technology that conveys sound through the cheekbone and not through the actual ears.
So it vibrates on her cheekbone, and we normally wouldn't be able to hear it if we're with her.
No,
but
only
her
the
ears,
user.
her ears are free. What's Orcam's greatest feature for you, Debbie?
For me, Orcam's greatest feature would be the reading feature. When I came to the program, I was handed a program of the conference. And, you know, with my vision, I wouldn't be able to read that. So I would like to show you how I would then take advantage of Orcam's capability.
We are thrilled you have joined us in our nation's capital to demonstrate your commitment to strengthening the U.S.-Israel relationship. Now, more than ever, it is important that America and Israel, two great democracies, continue to work closely together.
And this I am reading.
And so before Orcam, when you wanted to read something, what would you do?
There are stationary equipment that we have in our homes, many of us in the blind community. And this equipment would not allow us to be mobile. But with Orcam, we are mobile. We can hold a book in our hands, we can read on the bus, we can turn page to page from front to cover, and we can read just like you, with you.
Very nice. Would it be an exaggeration to say that Orcam has changed your life?
Brian, Orcam has more than changed my life. I can't even begin to tell you the freedom that I feel when I have Orcam. For an example, I was invited to a restaurant by a friend, and usually when we sit down, we would be presented with the menu. My friend would then read the menu, place her order, and then she would read the menu to me. But Brian, this time was very different. I had Orcam with me, and I was able to read the menu myself. I was able to place my order. I was able to, it was just so fascinating. I was able to continue my conversation with my friend without my friend being focused on my disability. For the first time since losing my sight, I was able to feel like a normal person.
Debbie, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And Erez, thank you for what you and Orcam are doing for people around the world. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.